Hello everyone, Morris here, and today is a very exciting day for Axie Infinity because now we have Axie Infinity Homeland, which is the Axie Land Gameplay, and it's the early alpha build, so don't really expect too much, but there's actually quite a lot in this game because I've actually gone through it quite a bit for the past few hours since it's gone live, and yeah, I would say quite promising. Of course, there's still a lot to be built on, but yeah, I think it's very exciting. So today I'm going to share what I know about this game, and also just share my experience on how the first few hours of gameplay is like. So first of all, let's just look at the this patch notes first. Basically, this is just talking about what you can do with Homeland, and first is to note that this is only applicable for landowner, meaning now you can only play the land gameplay if you are a landowner. And yeah, basically it's more about harvesting, crafting, building. And it is available only on desktop for now, and it's on Windows and Mac. And they do have quite a good guide there as well, just to go through what you can do and how you can do certain things. But let's just quickly go through this whole thing first. How to play: you do need to have land, as I said. And yeah, so these are, I would say, the three main things you can do: gather, and then crafting, and then you actually have some passive adventure where you can send your adventurer and basically do some passive adventures to gain some goals, or basically climb the leaderboard, and there is a leaderboard as you'll see later. And basically the game is, at this point, it's really about just trying the game out, and it's more about gathering and then optimizing your workflow in terms of what to gather, what to craft, what to build, that kind of thing. And you can trade as well. Actually, haven't tried this function yet, but yeah, you can trade. And then there's a leaderboard. And of course, there's a bit of that component of like an Animal Crossing kind of thing where you can put in-game items, right? So there's this NFT land items. If you have any, you can also place them as well. And you can build roads, you can build buildings, and yeah, so you can make your land look pretty nice as well. So there are some videos talking about how a bit of a tutorial which you can go through yourself, but I think I do want to focus on is like this overall picture of what this land gameplay is about, because now it's really just the very first phase, and it's the start of phase 1 where we have some base gameplay, we have idle battle, a bit of trading, and leaderboard, which I think is quite good. But of course there's no like AXS reward, there's really nothing much yet in terms of those things, and you can see those will be coming at phase 2, 3 and 4. And so yeah, it's at this point there's really not much of an end game. The only thing that you do get is that there is a something like this, like top players will receive special in-game titles for reaching the highest ranks, and so this might be something to fight for those top players. But other than that, I have to highlight that where is it again? Yes. So one with smoothed out and improved the game over the coming year will exit alpha, because it's now still an alpha, and so all progress will be reset. So in that sense, like everything that we built will be gone, except that we get to keep the exclusive off-chain cosmetic. Basically, I assume something like this, some title or something that we get. But other than that, it's not like there's much of a monetary reward or something. There might be some sort of leaderboard reward, but I'm not too sure yet. But for now, it's really just a very beginning of testing out the game. So this is at least the approach that I go into playing the very first alpha. And let's just look into if you click into one of these links here, right, download now, you'll probably get into something like this, and there's a patch note. And actually what you need to do is to go to Mavis Hub and then download. So now it's in part of the game section of Axie Infinity. Of course with Origins, and now Homeland is basically placed second. Okay, so there is this tutorial that they have as well, and I'll just quickly go through what it does, or what it says. And so first of all is I think maybe let's get into the basic mechanic, or actually just go to get started first. Get started actually just tells you, okay, you need to get a plot and tells you how to buy one and how to download it, which is you go through Mavis Hub and then you can just download. So that should be pretty simple. And let's go through the basic mechanics. And the basic mechanic is that, okay, so you have a plot of land and then you can do certain things, and I'll actually show you in game real life, but I think it is quite important if you are even if you're playing the game, you might not know is these. I think 1, 2, 3 is definitely one that I have not tried, and I have to read this to actually know. Pressing 1, 2, 3 actually allows you to zoom in and out. And yeah, this is basically showing you what the basic gameplay is. So you build buildings, you have Axie workers. Then using the Axie workers, they can then gather material, and then you can produce items using those material and craft items as well. So basically in this case it's like cooking using the produce. And then yeah, you can sell as well. I haven't tried this yet, but I've seen the auction house as well, so there are people selling stuff, and I haven't explored that yet, but it's definitely active. And then there is a adventure and passive adventure mode that basically the adventurers that you can then send off to fight monsters, and it's passive because you don't get to control them. It's just like they have some basic stats and then they fight, and then they will get some points, and then you will see on the leaderboard how many points you get overall. Yeah, adventure, there are quite a lot, and I haven't really gone into it because obviously this game only released for a few hours, but still I feel like there's quite a bit of depth into it for now. And of course after a few days everyone kind of get a hang of it, then it is maybe less exciting. But now yeah, there's been a lot of stats and stuff for these, even though for adventurers you can't really choose them, they just come randomly. And here you can also share or transfer resources from one of your plots to another. I only have one plot, so I can't really use this function. And yeah, leaderboard, which I'll show you in a bit as well. And then let's just look at this. This is something you might not know as well, because for me, I only have one plot, so like I have Arctic, so that means that it will have these kind of buffs. Whereas if you have different land, it actually gives you different buffs, and obviously if you have like a Genesis or Mystic, it gives you quite a lot better buffs than the other ones. And then actually this is something that I also don't know, and I'm not sure if that's the right way to go, because this is saying, okay, you can choose one property for this plot, but once you've chosen it, you can't change it. And even if you transfer or sell it to another wallet, it won't be changed back to normal. So it's like a permanent kind of change, so I don't really quite like that, so I just keep it as normal. I never really choose anything yet. But it does say that it will get reset in a new season, so maybe different seasons you might want to just try out different ones. But for now it is season 0, so I think the main reason why we have seasons is because basically it's to do with the leaderboard. I assume the leaderboard will get reset, and maybe even the whole, to be honest, I don't really know whether they'll reset the whole map. I feel bad because you do spend quite a lot of time just to play the game, and yeah, if they just reset, it's gonna be a bit bad. Okay, land items as well. You can place the land items. It's something that I also didn't know until I read the menu, so that's pretty good. And then I guess finally I haven't looked into this one, right? So there are quests as well, and quests is quite fun because it gives you something to work towards, and then kind of guide you to, okay, like you need to gather woods, gather stones, that kind of thing. And it also gives you this kind of currency, which I think is pretty hard to get, to be honest, other than having the quest. There's also daily and weekly, which keeps people logging in every day, so I think I quite like it. So I think I'll probably, at least for the first don't know how many days, I'll definitely try and complete all the dailies if I can. And yeah, so this is all for in terms of the actual guide. So let's actually just go into the game, and here is the game. Okay, let me actually just send my Axie to do something first. Okay, so now let me just zoom out, right? By pressing 3, you can actually zoom out first. So this is my plot here, and you can see that there's this map here, and many other people with different plots. And yeah, so obviously like there are people with multiple plots and they're linked together as well. And then yeah, I think quite a number of good neighbors here. I already started playing the game, whereas I guess this side not so much, right? There's some people who haven't really started playing yet, but still pretty good. And then if you zoom in, okay, let me try to zoom in, and you can see there are roads as well, right? And I can actually build roads within my own plot. I can build quite a lot of different things, you can see. And the 3 axes that I have, the worker axes. And I assume what you can do is something I haven't tried, is actually that you can go to, yeah, my plot is very far from like those public resources, and I can send my Axie to come and collect these if I wanted to. Maybe because let's say, oh, I run out of resources in my own land, I want to get something from there. But of course my plot is pretty far, so my Axies will have to walk all the way there. Okay, let's actually get into what I can do with my plot and how it actually works. So, okay, so let's zoom into my plot, and I've already built something so that I can actually show you all how what you can do. So first of all is these axes here are worker axes that they give you in game, so it's not your own Axie. So it says you start actually with 2, and then by leveling up this altar, so this altar is really the main thing where it gives you the ability to do different things. So what I mean is that you can level up the altar and then it will basically unlock certain features. So actually some of these were locked until I was level 2, so I actually leveled up to level 2 so I can do these things. It will take me a while to get to level 3, I think. Actually no, I mean I can actually get up to level 3 at some point if I just gather enough resources. But anyway, so I've unlocked quite a number of things so that I can show you what the basic gameplay is like. So first is that you can build stuff. So by building, you go on here, then there are different things you can build. I've built pretty much everything, so just leaving this one here to show you. You can just place this and then put this here. Okay. So okay, all my axes are kind of occupied, so let me just okay, say this one. Let me just stop this one first for now. Okay, can I? Okay, this is a bit annoying. Is it a bit of a bug? Okay, I can stop this, and then this will automatically just go into doing the next task. So you can actually queue one extra task there. So once any of these axes finish doing its task, then it will go there. So now this Axie will slowly go and gather some material and then construct this. Okay, and for each of these structure, you can actually change the location as well. So let's say I want to move this guy like here, then I can, then it'll just move to here. And you can place your in-game items as well. So yeah, so there's a bit of an Animal Crossing feel where you can actually, you know, like make your plot look nice. Obviously, I haven't really placed everything very nicely at this point. Just actually, I kind of regretted building this road as well, but I just wanted to try building a road. So actually, the function of the road actually allows Axie to move a bit faster along the road. Yeah, and you can place these are actually the NFT items, the land items, and at this point I don't think they do anything. It's really just cosmetic, but hopefully they will at some point. I think phase 3 they might implement the effects of some of these items, of course once there are more gameplay. And for now, let me see. Okay, maybe I'll show you this one first. So this one is about harvesting, so you can harvest, in this case, different things. Actually, yeah, I haven't actually got this yet. Maybe I should harvest this instead. Okay, how do I stop this? So okay, I want to stop this. Okay, and let me just try and get some potatoes. So then yeah, so it will just get me potatoes. And how long does it take? I think it was about 3 minutes, then I'll get one potato. So yeah, pretty nice. And oh, actually I should have shown you something first, and that is okay, let me just show you. Okay, I'll just stop this first. And at the beginning you don't have any structure or anything. Then basically what you need to do is to go and chop down trees, and also there are stones to be collected as well, so you need wood and stone in order to construct these things. Okay, so that is for basically harvesting. So you can see that my Axie slowly walking there, and that's why roads are important, right, in this game. So I quite like it, where like you have to really think about, oh, how do you build roads in the most efficient way so that your Axie moves faster, then you can harvest faster. And also it has to put it in storage. So one interesting thing is that you can actually move your storage. Okay, so now I moved my wood storage here, and so I assume once it harvested, it will just put it here and then comes back and then hit it, chop a tree again and put it in the storage. Okay, so that is about mostly like crafting, and there are other things you can do like processing. So you can process the wood into like a charcoal or something, and then there are also, yeah, so you can basically do different things. Let me see what this does actually. Okay, looks at this. Okay, so let me look at the research part. So the research part is quite interesting. As I said, right, it allows you to do different things, but also within each of the category, let's say general, you can also level up, and in order to level up, you just do research. And in this case, let's say if I click on research, then what it does is that after 54 minutes, then I will have this upgrade, and so it'll increase the maximum structure level by 1 and so on. So yeah, I'm just going to click on research, and now it's researching, and so after 54 minutes then I'll get this buff basically. And I don't think you need to pay anything to it, so it's really just a time lock kind of thing, and level lock mostly, to be honest, because now I'm at level 2, and in order to unlock further buffs I need to get to level 3. But there's no like skill point kind of thing, so I assume you can actually unlock everything given enough time. So yeah, that's at least my understanding. Okay, yeah, one thing I haven't shown you, I think, is this one, where you can oh wait, not this one, this one, right, where you can cook as well. So basically it's similar to like the other like you're turning the coal one, right, where you're turning the wood into like charcoal or something. So now you take basically cooking the flour into bread, that kind of thing, and then you can grill your corn. And so once you've done that, then I'll actually show you the other thing you can do. And so alright, so now there's this thing called adventure trading, and for adventurous trading you need to have certain nope, not this one, certain buildings built, so like this one here. But once you have built those, then adventurers will start to come, and what you can do is to equip them. Unfortunately I don't have any like weapon or anything yet. The only thing I have is food, so I'll basically give them food. So let's say, okay, I want to give them this food, and then yeah, I'll sell the food to this adventurer and then send them to adventure. Actually, let me see. So now you can see that oh, interesting, it's called unnamed because I actually named my plot, but anyway. So yeah, so now I have this adventurer fighting, and so you can see how the progress is. Oh, it's already defeated. What just happened? So that is fast. Okay, because usually it doesn't get defeated that quickly, but wait, how come it only has 1 HP? That's very strange. Maybe it's a bit of a bug, I'm not too sure. Okay, let me try again. Let's just try send this. Okay, send a higher level guy. Okay. Okay, this time let's not give any food. And actually no, I do want to give the food, because I do want to sell them the food, because by selling them the food I think I do gain money. But let me just check. So I have 470 by selling the food to them. Yeah, I get 475. So this is one of the ways in which you can get this coin. And let's just see how the progress is. Yeah, I don't know why it's 1. Okay, no, okay, maybe there's a bit of a yeah, not too sure. Oh, I guess once it's defeated, then your health is at 1 or something. But yeah, you can see it's fighting different floors, and each floor has a different enemy, and so it just continues to fight until basically the HP goes to 0. And so this guy, of course, higher level, meaning is doing pretty well. Okay, so let's not watch the whole thing. We can see that I have some defeated ones as well. Yeah, this one defeated at level 2 because it's quite high level. I'm not too sure, maybe because it's a archer kind of thing or something. I have no idea. So at this point, I haven't really explored like the stats and everything yet. Oh, and something I haven't chosen. Yeah, something that I had forgot actually is that each of these. Yeah, this hasn't been unlocked yet, I assume. But you can choose a skill as well. Yeah. Okay, so this is adventurer. So the reason, okay, then you might ask why you want to do adventure stuff. Okay, before that, let me send my Axie to do something useful first. Okay, let's just get me more corn. Okay, and then okay, I quite like planting stuff, so that's why I'm just focusing quite a lot on the agriculture part of it. Hey, I thought I pressed corn, maybe I didn't. Oh, I pressed cancel. Okay, whoops. Okay, so now they are getting these crops for me while I will continue. Okay, yeah, so now it's defeated, and it got defeated by I think level 10 or something. Okay, so I will show you quite a lot of other things. One thing I haven't shown, right, is this one, which is the newcomer quest. So basically it just kind of like shows you, okay, at level 1 you should do these things, once you are not level 2 you should do these things, that kind of thing. So I think it's pretty nice. Haven't really done this yet. Yeah, I don't know where to get these copper ore and stuff yet, but haven't got there. So you can see that like probably takes quite a lot of time just to get to I think is this max level is level 8, right? So now I'm only at level 2. So this is probably the like my feel of it is that it's quite a fun game that you do feel the sense of progression. Of course, like once you get to level 8 and you max out everything, then maybe you can get a bit boring, but this is where I think the leaderboard comes in, that makes it a bit more fun and more competitive. So leaderboard, I'm at 86 for now for the passive adventure because I haven't really been sending my adventurers out too much, as you can see. And for land, I was at, okay, I'm total at 91. And so for each of these, so it's total, right? So there are oh, I'm at 91 as well for gathering. Interesting. So gathering actually gives you probably the most points, and that's why yeah, I should gather more than you can get up here. I also play a bit of a production and crafting, and you can see I haven't really done much crafting, so that's why I'm not very high up the ladder. So yeah, I'm basically at about top 100, and yeah, it's quite fun seeing so many people also playing as well, even though there's really no like AXS rewards or anything at this point. But I think a lot of us just really enjoy playing the game, and especially after so long, like we've bought this land for I don't know how many months and years, and now finally we get to actually, you know, see and use it. I think it's definitely very exciting. Of course, this at this point it's a bit of you know, it's just enjoy the game, but there's really not much competitiveness other than the leaderboard. But yeah, maybe okay, let's look at the auction house, because I think auction house is something that like once you get further into the game, then people will start selling stuff, and even now quite a lot of people are already selling stuff. At this point I don't think I'll buy anything. Yeah, I won't sell anything yet, because in order to sell something, okay, let's say I want to sell a potato, not everyone has potato, right? Then you do have a registration fee of 1. So yeah, for me, I haven't played this game enough to know about the economy. Oh, my storage is full. Okay, I guess I need to upgrade my storage then. Okay, let's just upgrade my storage. Ooh, that costs quite a lot. Yeah, so that is one of the problems, right? Is that you get to a point where you kind of maxed out on something, and now then you have to like upgrade something else. But of course, there is like limitation in terms of how many coins and stuff you have. And let me see what else I haven't shown. Auction house. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. And I guess this one is probably something I haven't shown, is the daily and weekly quests. And yeah, it gives you basically one of the main ways to get these coins. So I think, yeah, I assume a lot of people will want to try to basically finish all these every day, just especially for those who are fighting for leaderboard. Sell stuff. Okay. That is actually quite interesting because having these quests, right, meaning it kind of incentivizes people to actually buy and sell stuff, which I quite like. But of course, there could be people who just trade, but I don't know. Yeah, I quite like this one actually. It kind of gets the economy going, and you do get rewarded. So yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so alright, so this is pretty much how I feel about the game, and there's a lot of features still to be unlocked, at least for me. And so yeah, I do see that like a lot of people will sink quite a bit of time in playing this game just to enjoy the feel and also the music, if you hear the music as well. And I quite like the graphics as well. Hopefully at some point we can have our own Axies here, and yeah, that will be a lot more fun, I feel. Okay, so I think this video is long enough, so I will end here. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you in my next video.